Just 17 minutes. That is all it takes to completely rewire the architecture of your reality. Not hours of meditation, not years of therapy, not a single dollar spent. Just the 17 minutes before your eyes close tonight. And what you choose to do with them will determine everything that greets you when they open again. Most people have no idea this window even exists. They stumble into sleep distracted, depleted, dragging the wreckage of the day behind them. And in doing so, they unknowingly hand the keys to their deepest mind over to fear, doubt, and limitation every single night. But you are not most people. The fact that you are here, right now, absorbing these words, tells me that something inside you already knows. Something ancient, something vast, is ready to wake up. Carl Jung spent his lifetime mapping the uncharted oceans of the human psyche. And what he discovered there was not frightening. It was magnificent. The unconscious mind, he said, is not your enemy. It is the most powerful creative force in existence, and it is yours. It has always been yours. You simply were never shown how to speak its language. Tonight, that changes. The question is not whether your subconscious mind is shaping your reality. It already is, every second of every day. The real question is whether you will take conscious control of what it builds. If what you are about to hear stirs something real in you, something that feels like recognition rather than information, drop 11. I am the architect of my own awakening in the comments right now. Because that comment is not just a number. It is a declaration. The moment you stop being a passenger in your own life and step into the driver's seat. The ancient sages knew this. The great mystics understood this. And now, modern neuroscience is catching up to what Carl Jung knew long before the first brain scan ever existed. In the final moments before sleep, the mind enters a state so open, so receptive, so extraordinarily powerful that whatever you plant there does not drift away. It takes root. It grows. It becomes the invisible architecture of your waking life. There is a hidden doorway in the human mind. It does not announce itself. It is quiet. It is subtle. And it is the most important threshold you will cross every single night of your life. The Swiss psychoanalyst Carl Jung dedicated his entire existence to exploring the deep and often uncharted territory of the unconscious mind. He understood that the moments when conscious awareness begins to dim, when the critical, evaluating part of the mind steps back, these are the moments when we make contact with the deepest layers of our true self. Modern science now has a name for this territory. As the brain transitions from waking to sleep, its electrical patterns shift from the rapid-fire frequencies of full consciousness into the slower, more fluid rhythms of alpha and theta states. In these states, the mind becomes extraordinarily receptive. The internal critic quiets, the logical gatekeeper loosens its grip, and the deepest, most impressionable layer of the psyche opens like a flower in the first light of morning. This is where everything begins. This is where beliefs are born and dissolved. This is where the invisible blueprint of your life is written and rewritten each and every night. Jung described it as the entrance to the vast interior ocean, the place where the personal psyche meets something far greater than the individual self. What happens in those final 17 minutes before sleep is not passive. It is profoundly, magnificently active. The unconscious mind does not rest when your body does. It intensifies. It processes. It consolidates. It takes every image, every emotion, every whispered thought you carry into that liminal space and works with it through the long hours of the night. By morning, those thoughts have been woven into the fabric of your inner reality, reinforced, deepened, made more structurally solid. This is why those 17 minutes are so extraordinarily precious. Whatever the mind absorbs in that receptive state does not remain still. It multiplies. It spreads. It begins quietly reshaping the neural pathways that determine how you see yourself, what you believe is possible, and what you unconsciously move toward or away from in your daily life. Now imagine, in this very moment, that you are already living inside the future you have been quietly aching for, not striving toward it, not hoping for it from a distance, living it, breathing inside it. The peace you have been seeking is not somewhere ahead of you. It is the very atmosphere of the room you are standing in. The abundance you have longed for is not a destination. It is the current carrying you. Your unconscious mind does not question. It does not argue. It does not say, "But is this really true?" It simply receives. And once it receives something with genuine emotional conviction, it begins the extraordinary work of restructuring your inner chemistry, your hormones, your neural connections, your automatic responses, to match the reality you have given it. Jung knew this. He understood that the vividly imagined experience and the lived experience are, to the unconscious mind, functionally indistinguishable. If you feel it completely, if every cell in your body participates in the experience of the life you are choosing, the deepest part of your mind accepts it as real. And then it begins, quietly and ceaselessly, to build a bridge between where you are and what you have declared to be true. This is not magic. This is the most precise science of the self that has ever existed. Subscribe to Carl Jung philosophy and share this with someone in your life who needs to hear it right now. Because the person you send this to might be standing at the exact threshold where these words could shift everything. That is the real reason to share, not for the algorithm, but for the human on the other side of the screen who is ready. The practice itself is elegantly simple. It rests on 3 pillars, the same 3 pillars the unconscious mind has always responded to, long before any psychologist gave them names. Suggestion, visualization, repetition. These are not techniques invented for self-help books. They are the native language of the deeper mind. The conscious self responds to logic, to evidence, to reasoned argument. But the unconscious mind operates by entirely different rules. It responds to emotion. It responds to imagery. It responds to patterns that repeat themselves until they become the background music of the self. Suggestion is the art of giving the mind a new instruction, not a hollow phrase recited without feeling, but a declaration so precise, so emotionally charged, that it bypasses the critical faculty entirely and lands in the fertile soil beneath. Not, "I want to be free." That is the language of lack. That is a mind staring at a locked door. Instead, "I am living in complete freedom and abundance." And then feeling it. Not performing the feeling, actually feeling it. Letting it move through the body like warmth, like recognition, like coming home. The current state of your bank account is irrelevant to your unconscious mind. It does not take inventory of your external circumstances before deciding whether to believe you. It simply receives the signal you transmit, and then it begins restructuring your inner world to match that signal. Visualization carries this one dimension deeper. The unconscious mind thinks in images far more naturally than it thinks in words. When you give it a rich, emotionally vivid interior scene, you are handing it an architectural blueprint. The more sensory detail you bring, the texture of the floor beneath your feet, the quality of the light on your face, the precise feeling of the moment, the more real the image becomes to the deeper mind. And once something is real enough to the mind, it begins, without any additional effort, to orient your life toward it. Feel yourself crossing the threshold of the home you have always imagined. Not a vague dream, your specific home. What does the floor feel like? What does the light look like at this particular time of day? What is the weight of feeling in your chest? That quality of being exactly where you belong. And repetition is what transforms a single powerful experience into a permanent new identity. One night of this practice may leave you genuinely changed, but lasting transformation is built through consistency. The brain learns through patterns. The same message, offered night after night with genuine feeling and clear intention, stops being something you do and becomes something you are. Within days, not weeks, not months, but days, you will notice shifts. Your decisions will begin to change. Your automatic emotional responses will begin to redirect. Opportunities that were always present will suddenly become visible, not because the world has changed, but because the frequency you are broadcasting has changed. And the world is a mirror. Drop 777, abundance is already flowing through me, in the comments if this part of the message found you at exactly the right moment. Because that comment is not merely participation, it is your unconscious mind witnessing its own shift. It is the signal sent. Every thought carries a frequency. Every emotion carries a vibration. And when the same vibration is offered consistently from the most receptive state of the mind, that borderland between waking and sleep, the invisible field around you begins to reorganize. This is what Jung called synchronicity, the meaningful coincidence, the moment when inner reality and outer event align in ways that defy ordinary explanation. Ideas arrive, doors open. The right person appears at the precise moment they are needed, not because life has become kinder, but because you have stopped being at war with it. But there is a trap here, and it catches most people before they ever discover what this practice is truly capable of. If you arrive at those final 17 minutes completely exhausted, hollowed out, running on nothing, the emotional fuel that powers this practice will be too thin to ignite anything. Trying to plant seeds of transformation in a mind that is already shutting down from sheer depletion is like whispering into a hurricane. The signal never reaches its target. This is why it matters enormously not to wait until you are entirely spent. Begin this practice while there is still something alive in you. Not a massive reserve of energy, just enough to feel the weight of what you are saying, just enough to be genuinely present with the intention. And beware of empty repetition. The unconscious mind is not moved by the monotone recitation of phrases. It does not respond to performance. It responds to truth, to conviction, to the quality of presence behind the words. So, instead of saying, "I am wealthy," in a flat, disbelieving tone, say something that actually moves through you. Abundance and prosperity are flowing into my life right now through channels I cannot yet see and in ways I have not yet imagined. Say it, and feel what it would actually feel like for that to be true. Let the feeling move through the body. Let it settle. This is not pretending. This is creating. Because the brain changes based on experience, and imagined experience, when held with full emotional conviction, produces the same neurological shift as lived experience. The doorway that most people walk past without ever noticing is right here. They wait for the outer world to change before they allow themselves to feel different on the inside. They have it exactly reversed. The outer world is always the last place change appears. It is invariably the final reflection of an inner shift that happened first, in silence, in stillness, in those unwitnessed moments when the mind was quiet and the body was at rest. This practice does not demand your hours. It asks only for your presence. 17 minutes of conscious, directed, emotionally engaged attention before sleep. And when you offer it consistently, when you show up for it the way you would show up for anything that truly matters, it becomes your new identity, the new trajectory your life follows every morning when you wake. Now, give yourself full permission to arrive here completely. There is nothing to accomplish in this moment, nowhere to be other than exactly here. Take a slow, full breath in through the nose and release it without hurry. One more, and as you release it, allow everything that has been weighing on you to dissolve. Let the body settle fully into whatever is holding it. Feel that support beneath you, solid, steady, completely reliable. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head and let it move slowly downward, like warm light tracing the length of your body. Soften the face, release the jaw, lower the shoulders. Let the tension in the arms, the chest, the abdomen fall away. Feel the legs grow heavy, surrendering entirely. Everything is decelerating. The body is releasing. And as it does, the brain waves are shifting into that luminous state between waking and sleep, the territory where the greatest artists, thinkers, and visionaries of human history have always gone to receive their deepest inspiration. You are at the bridge between consciousness and the unconscious. The critical voice is stepping back. The analytical mind is loosening its hold. And the deeper mind, that vast, creative, extraordinarily powerful inner intelligence, is opening. Jung believed that the path to genuine psychological transformation, the real restructuring of belief, the authentic recreation of identity, runs directly through this doorway. The thoughts that exist in this state are not merely passing impressions. They are architectural drawings for the reality that is coming. This is your personal laboratory of creation. This is the sacred frequency field where the events of your future are first assembled. So what you feel in this moment, what you allow yourself to see, what you choose to believe, what you are willing to claim, carries a weight that cannot be overstated. Bring into your awareness the life that has been living inside you as a vision, that future that feels both completely possible and achingly out of reach. See it as clearly as you are able. See the specific details. Feel the particular quality of being inside it. Let that feeling move through the center of your chest. Say this now, inwardly or in the softest whisper. I am activating my full power to create my own life right now. Let that sentence carry real weight. Let it echo through you. I am giving my unconscious mind full permission to reorganize my reality in alignment with my highest good. Feel those words opening something, a lock turning, a door swinging wide. Say with complete conviction, I am allowing abundance, prosperity, ease, and peace to flow to me freely and without resistance. Do not let those words remain mere thoughts. Let them become sensations, a warmth spreading through the body, a vibration that begins in the chest and radiates outward, a feeling of expansion, of rightness, of arrival. The real power in these declarations does not live in the words themselves. It lives in the quality of energy you carry as you speak them. This moment is sacred. You are bringing your current inner state into resonance with the life you are choosing to live. You are becoming the most natural match for what you have been seeking. This is what transformation actually is. Not striving, not forcing, becoming. In a few moments, the body will drift quietly into sleep. But the new energetic signature you have established, this pattern, this frequency, this declaration of who you are, will continue its work through the night. Count back slowly from 3 to 1 in your mind, and with each count, feel yourself releasing a little more into the care of your own deeper intelligence. 3, 2, 1. Trust that this shift has already begun. Trust that while your awareness rests, your deeper mind is integrating these new instructions into every layer of your being. Now visualize a warm, golden light entering at the crown of your head and moving slowly downward. Not as something foreign, but as something returning. Your own essential nature coming home. This light is dissolving the old, calcified beliefs that were never truly yours, the inherited limitations, the borrowed fears, the stories told about you before you were old enough to question them. And in their place, filling every cell with something clean, vital, and entirely new. See the doors that appeared sealed now standing fully open. See the possibilities that have been quietly assembling in the background now moving into the foreground. See the abundance already in motion, already traveling toward you through channels you cannot yet perceive. The contract is signed. The breakthrough you have been moving toward is now moving toward you. Focus on the feeling that receiving that news will create in your body. The way the chest will suddenly open. The way the breath will deepen into the belly. The way the shoulders will drop from their long-held position of bracing against the world. Let those physical sensations happen right now, in this body, in this moment. Because the unconscious mind draws no distinction between the vividly imagined and the physically lived. If you are feeling it completely, in every cell, you are already attuning your entire system to the frequency of that reality. Remind yourself of this. The universe does not respond to the words leaving my mouth. It responds to the energy living inside me. I am not speaking this into existence. I am living it into existence. See your intentions manifesting one by one. The people you love are beside you in those moments of genuine joy. The breakthrough required no violence or sacrifice. It required only alignment. No more survival mode. No more bracing. Only that deep, settled trust. That complete surrender to the current that has always been carrying you. Now say to yourself, and mean every syllable, I am the living embodiment of abundance and ease. I am vibrating in perfect harmony with success and with peace. I am fully open to every possibility making its way to me right now. See the moment the extraordinary news arrives, the undeniable evidence that everything you have been tending inside yourself has broken ground in the exterior world. See it, feel it, know it. In this moment, every particle of my being is in harmony with the infinite abundance of the universe. You are no longer chasing what you want. You have become it. Drop 444. I trust the process. My transformation is already happening in the comments now. Not because you need to prove anything, but because writing it makes it real in a way that only embodied action can. The unconscious mind pays deep attention to what you do, not only to what you think. Do not repeat the same request again and again. Repetition signals doubt. Instead, make the decision, complete and final, that this is already done. This has happened. This is so. Not because you are hoping, because you have activated it from the inside, because the signal has been sent. These are not merely sentences. They are energy-charged transmissions. When thought unites with profound emotion, the combined frequency becomes irresistible to the corresponding reality. It does not struggle. It simply attracts. The way a magnet does not chase metal, but becomes the very thing metal cannot ignore. Take one final deep breath, and as you release it, feel the extraordinary lightness of someone who no longer has to carry the weight of making things happen, because they have finally understood that they are not separate from the force that creates things. They are made of it. Your signal has been transmitted. Your message has been received. There is nothing left to do. The shift has already begun. Now sleep. Sleep knowing that even in the absence of your awareness, the great work continues. Every feeling you offered here, every image you allowed to take shape, every moment of genuine joy you permitted yourself to feel, all of it is shaping the field around you right now. It is writing tomorrow's story. Release everything. Let your own energy do what it knows how to do, while the body receives the rest it has more than earned. Sleep the sleep of someone who knows the answer is already on its way. Sleep with the profound peace of someone who has placed complete trust in a process that has never once failed to deliver. As you drift, repeat one final time from the place beyond words. Every new day brings me fresh evidence that my desires are becoming real. I am living in the rhythm of abundance, ease, and peace. My reality is always moving in the direction of my highest good. Believe it with the whole of your heart. Feel its warmth in the chest. And now, quietly, gently, let sleep take you. Those 17 minutes before the body surrenders and the mind approaches the border of dreams, something genuinely extraordinary is taking place there. This threshold is not a passive crossing. It is the primary gateway to the unconscious mind that Jung spent his lifetime describing. The mind that quietly governs the vast majority of your choices, your perceptions, your emotional responses, and your deepest expectations of life. Thoughts that exist in this threshold carry a gravitational pull that ordinary waking thoughts simply do not possess. the imagination plants its seeds here. Beliefs are woven into the fabric of the self here, and the energy you carry into sleep resonates through the corridors of the mind all night, quietly drafting the blueprint of the days and weeks ahead. When a person uses this window with conscious intention, they have discovered the most effortless path of genuine self-transformation available to them. Not more effort, more precision, more presence, more alignment between the thinking mind and the deeper intelligence that actually runs the show. When the body and mind relax into that receptive state, transformation becomes not just possible, but natural, because the part of the mind that always finds the flaw, always insists on reviewing evidence before believing anything new, that part grows quiet. And when it is quiet, the deeper, wiser mind takes full responsibility. This is where habits are encoded. This is where your baseline expectations of life, its safety, its generosity, its abundance, are continuously refreshed each night. A thought delivered persistently and with emotional conviction into this borderland does not stay a thought. It becomes a map. The body follows it without question. And when those thoughts are aligned with peace and expansion, the entire operating system of the self begins running a new program. This is not effort. This is intention. Allow the breath to find its own unhurried pace, and instead of filling the mind with the tension of today or the anxiety of tomorrow, invite it into a different story. The story where life is not something to be survived, but fully inhabited, where abundance is the medium you are moving through right now, where the heart feels genuinely safe and from that safety expands. This is the felt sense of having already arrived. When the mind sees that image clearly and the body feels that joy completely, the unconscious receives its signal. This is reality. And it begins building the bridge. Beliefs change in silence, in these unwitnessed instants when the analytical mind has stepped back. As beliefs shift, reality follows, not by coincidence, by design, your design. Thoughts are not private events trapped inside the skull. They are pure energy, and energy speaks more loudly than any physical action ever could. When the voice that has been insisting for years that you are not enough begins to be replaced by the steady knowing that everything you need is already within you, that is not merely a pleasant thought. That is the dominant frequency you are broadcasting into the world. And the world, which is nothing but a vast mirror, reflects it back in the form of the right people, the right openings, and the experiences that match the life you have decided to live. Your body cannot distinguish between what you imagine with full feeling and what you actually experience. Abundance, ease, love, and success, felt completely, night after night, become neurologically indistinguishable from lived memory. The chemistry shifts, the frequency aligns, the body becomes living proof of the future. not in some distant tomorrow, right now. Those 17 minutes are the sacred rehearsal space, where the heavy, exhausted stories that were never truly yours can finally be set down and replaced with the truth of your potential. Tonight, when you lie down and the world outside goes quiet, pause before the noise of old patterns can fill that silence. Ask yourself, what energy am I carrying into sleep right now? Is it peace? Is it the quiet certainty that everything is moving in my favor, not because I can see the evidence yet, but because I have chosen it from the inside? This is where the real shift begins, not when the outer world delivers proof. When you close your eyes already knowing in every cell that you are enough, that you are held, that you are precisely the kind of person to whom remarkable things naturally happen, because you are no longer waiting for the world to confirm what you have already decided is true. This is the true power of those 17 minutes, not the end of the day, the first breath of the most extraordinary chapter your life has ever known. If these words reached somewhere real in you, if they stirred the sleeping power that was always there, waiting to be remembered, take a moment and like this video. Not as a favor to Carl Jung philosophy, as your signature. The declaration that you are no longer a passive observer of your own life, that you are the architect, the author, the conscious creator of what is waiting on the other side of tonight. And if you have not yet joined this community, press subscribe, because the journey ahead will take you deeper into the extraordinary territory of who you actually are. And you will not want to miss a single step. One final question, the one that matters most. Share your answer in the comments. What is the one belief you are finally ready to release tonight? And what new truth are you choosing to plant in its place? Meet me there. Thank you for the courage it takes to do this real inner work. Thank you for being part of a space where transformation is not a distant hope, but a living reality already unfolding inside you. Until our next deep journey, let your final thoughts tonight carry you one step closer to the most magnificent, most peaceful, most fully alive version of who you have always been.